my name is Katerina and I come from the Czech Republic. Um, I decided to come for this teacher training as I took a free time, a time off in my life in between jobs, and I was thinking about what to do. And as yoga has been accompanying me for a while, I decided to make a little step forward and combine it with a hobby of mine, teaching yoga to friends, and progress in the skills and in the knowledge that connect yoga. Um, and I love Greece, so that's why I decided to look up teacher training in Greece, which was a great choice. I need to say it completely spontaneous. So what I expected when I was coming here was to learn a little bit more about my body. I felt the practice feels really good to me, and I wanted to learn something more about the anatomy, about how the body functions, to see what results I can make in 3 weeks. And I realized here I was very much focused on the physical part, physical aspects of yoga practice, which happened, but not only, because as I figured out here, the training is much more complex than that, and actually not really focused on our individual practice, because since the beginning we were taught to think as a teacher, not as a yoga practitioner only. So that was a big surprise, but actually turned into a very positive thing to observe yoga as a complex practice of physical aspects, of meditation, of knowledge, and acknowledging my own steps and learning modifications, learning how to respect my own limits and how to get further slowly. I really appreciated that both on the level of my own practice, but also I already tried to apply it as a skill, as a teacher, as a future teacher. And this complexity is actually what I really appreciated in this course, because we learn not only theory about asana, anatomy, philosophy, but we applied everything we were learning from day one into practical skills by trying to teach short sequences, by trying out alignments, hands-on adjustments, practicing with each other. And this is something that surprised me in a positive way, and this is what made this training to be very interactive, interesting, challenging as well, but also very precious to me, because since day one we could just live a little bit like as teachers already, and trying and learning step by step what it is about. And this was very motivating and encouraging to do it step by step, because we all developed, we all learned here so much. And the good thing, the good point about how it was possible is that they are incredible people who gathered here. The group simply fitted together, and I found there are very interesting, beautiful people who came here, and I learned a lot for myself from each of them. Simply spending time with the group, being together, practicing together, spending moments of the days together when we were eating or practicing or simply learning and sitting in a shala and listening to teacher, understanding what those people are, where they come from, what experience they have, and everybody reflected for me a piece of experience that I was also searching answers for in me. I need to say this is the end of my yoga teacher training journey, and I'm kind of summarizing the outcomes, the benefits of it, and I realized that these 3.5 weeks were full of positive energy for me, that I could absorb, where I could feel safe, where I could learn and benefit from, and also discover things about me that I haven't seen before. I had also weaker moments here. I faced some emotional trouble. I really struggled with meditations and pranayama techniques, the breathing practice. This part was the hardest for me. But step by step, I managed to get along with the practice and to learn and to ascertain the importance of the complexity of the praxis of yoga all together, that it all forms one piece, a part in the yoga practice, like the meditation, as well as the physical exercising, which was pretty prevailing for me as the yoga practice before coming here. So I can now connect all the elements together. I really appreciated all the teachings. The days were long and exhausting, but we learned so much, and we are bringing home a lot of knowledge and a lot more to study yet. And I was really fascinated by anatomy, even though that was my weakest subject. I understood how much it is important to understand our body, not only to feel it during the practice, but also have the knowledge as a teacher, what is ongoing inside me, inside the student's body when he has some pain or some trouble, and how I can release it, or how I can avoid making it worse, or simply adapt to the condition of the student. So that was very, very useful for me. I enjoyed methodology as a subject, methodology skills. This was something I was already kind of familiar with, or had a little experience. So here I could learn it more in detail, what's needed to be a good teacher, how to structure the lesson, how to sequence my flow, how to make it smooth and adequate for what I want to achieve in each lesson. So the theory was very interesting, and practicing it was even more and challenging, because I thought I would make it easily, but it was not not happening. But I learned to learn by mistakes, and this is one of the things I accepted here for myself to do. One of the biggest changes probably that happened here to me was to accept that I do mistakes, I can fail, I can fall, but I could see during those 3 weeks here on all the people around that the world is not going to an end, and there is another try and another one. And this is probably what yoga is about. It's about accepting our limits, our borders, our weakness, and find our strength as well, and to make balance out of it and keep going forward. So that was a huge inspiration for me to see how people were doing here. I was struggling, some of them were struggling, or maybe just falling out of an asana but trying again. And for me personally, to see this engagement of people around, this humor and lightfulness in mind, that was a great thing, and that was the most positive vibe I could find. And uh, I hope I can bring this with me and surf away on a positive vibe from here. I really appreciated all the teachers. We were taught by 3 different teachers. Each of them was special and had his own style. It was actually Joanna, Martin, and Evangelos. They taught us incredible knowledge, and thanks to their personal skills and experience they all have, it made it a very nice and deep experience for us, and the knowledge was just very truthful. It felt just they speak out of what they know, and this is something what I really appreciate. Regarding the location, I really like the place. As I say, the Greece was for me the place where I wanted to make this training. To spend nearly the whole September here was simply beautiful. From beautiful weather into stormy weather, we had pretty experienced everything, and it was nice to be so close to the beach and just run into the sea after the morning lesson. I really enjoyed to do that, just to dive into the sea after morning practice, like well reheated and sweated to go directly into water. It felt really good. So the location I found special. I felt really comfortable. I felt I had everything I needed here, like regarding accommodation, food, everything what was provided to us was very appropriate. The personal, very nice. So at the end of this experience of this yoga teacher training, I can say I feel ready. I can go on as a yoga teacher. I can start my practice as a yoga teacher. I feel ready for that. I feel I gained skills and knowledge that will serve me as a base for my further development, and still being aware there is tons to learn, and this is still a beginning, and this is a never-ending process. So I still keep being humble and modest in front of the huge path there is, but also very encouraged and empowered by this training itself to go on and to share this what I learned and this what I like with the others. Yeah, so if you're interested in yoga teacher training, I really recommend to join this one because it was simply a beautiful experience. Thank you.